Hello, this tutorial will show you how the Your Accommodation menu works. When you log on to the platform, the default first page you see will be your stays. If you click on Your Accommodation, you will find that you remains on your stays page. In fact, you have to select a stay in order to access its corresponding accommodation. So let's choose a pilgrimage that has been already confirmed. Then you'll discover what we could call the accommodation dashboard with all the sanctuary available accommodations. This menu opened by default with the Accueil Notre Dame selected in orange. Below the accommodation menu, you will find other menus that will be essential for managing your accommodation properly. Let's look at this example for the Accueil Notre Dame. You will find a breakdown of your room allocations. You will find as well a map with all your rooms, their type, and the number of beds. As you explore the map, you will see the detail and exact location of each room. Then we have the Participants button. This is where you enter your pilgrim's information. You have two options. You can either enter your information manually, or you can import your Excel file with all required information. Click on Download in the example will give you the exact structure of the file you need to fill in for import. Now let's look what you need to do to create a participant. Click on Create your first participant. Fill in all information about this participant. Please note that if you choose to fill in the email and phone fields for each participant, the sanctuary is committed not to use the information for any reason or purpose, except of course at your request. Once you have completed this information, you can select the specific needs of each participant. For example, you can choose a meal type, but also you can in exactly the same way request oxygen or a shower chair. Click Create and your participant is created. Let's move now on the Allocation tab. This is where you will allocate rooms to your pilgrims. We can see in our example that we have already pilgrims waiting to be placed. Clicking on the allocation arrow will open a drop-down menu showing all the rooms that are available and also the number of beds per room. Make your choice and click Validate. Your pilgrim is now allocated to a room with his or her complete profile and needs. You can of course change a room at any time. You just have to cancel the allocation and the pilgrim will revert to the pilgrims to be placed. Let's move now on the transport box. We don't have any travel nor transport yet, so we are going to create an event. This event will be your arrival and departure from the sanctuary. So we fill out our date and time of arrival and our date and time of departure. We also put in a phone number for the hospitality president as well as for the bus driver. Then we choose the type of transport. You'll see that you can also use this transport module for bus excursions during your stay in Lourdes. Then select the type of transport. Finally, in our example, select the number of buses and the total number of pilgrims to be conveyed. If you want to use our bus park, then mention the number of buses you would like to park there and their registration number. We have now created our first transport event. This event has to be validated by the sanctuary because we have to ensure the fluidity of the buses arriving at the Accueil Notre Dame and also to manage our availabilities in the bus park. In the same way, and hopefully in a simple and intuitive way, you can book the arrival of your religious. You can also order meals, picnics, supplements, and medical equipment before you arrive at the sanctuary. These modules are under development at this time for the moment, but will be available soon. Now, let's see what happens in other accommodations. L'Hospitalité, for example. You will find that there are no rooms currently booked in this accommodation. Let's reserve a few. Click Add. You can now pre-book your rooms with 1, 2, 3 or 4 beds. Once you are done, click on Book. As usual, these pre-bookings will be forwarded to the sanctuary for confirmation. For each accommodation, you also find all the participants, allocation and other tabs that we used previously for the Accueil Notre Dame. Everything is managed in the same way. It is important to note that all the information we have seen is stored in our system. This means that you can change it at any time or update it up to a certain date before you arrive at the sanctuary. Very soon, you will receive other tutorials that will explain in more detail the contents of the other menus. In the meantime, have a good day and speak to you very soon. When you will use the platform, you'll see that some words are still in French. We are currently rushing to translate them. Also, click on the ENG link at the top of the page to make sure that you have the last release in English. Thank you for your patience and your attention.